Thank you for joining us this evening for the next steps. We at Cal State San Marcos understand that when students apply for different universities, after they apply, most of them have a lot of questions as to what's next. And that's why you all are here today. And that is my job to give you your next steps. My name is Rosa Barr Williams. I am one of the recruitment and outreach officers for Cal State San Marcos. I am also joined by my team who are here to assist you as well. So if they want to turn their cameras on and say hello, that would be great. These are all the ones that are here that's going to help assist you this evening. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put those in the chat. They will answer them for you, okay? We also have two special guests here, one from housing, and I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, Koya. Koya. And we'll also have someone here from Proficiency Services, and her name is Kane. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to talk about, or rather this evening, we're going to talk about your intent to enroll and what that looks like, your final official transcript, your transfer credits, if you're transferring any AP scores or things like that, financial aid, orientation, your course enrollment, housing, and your freshman transition success to Cal State San Marcos. But before we get into your intent to enroll, I want to go over two different communications that we use as of now. So most of you, when you did your Cal State Apply application, you put that personal email in there. That is one of the communications we are using now. And I'll get in a little later as to when that will change. Also, the My CSUSM, that is one of our main communication tools for you all. So you're going to hear that quite often this evening throughout this presentation, because it's very, very important that you go into your My CSUSM as often as you can. That is where we're going to list each and everything that we have. So also one other communication is our CougarBot. So this is just basically a virtual assistant chatbot type things. I'm sure you all are familiar with when you call companies, you get those virtual responses. Very similar. So that's what the CougarBot is there for. The great thing about this is the staff works between 8 to 5. So if you send us a question, it probably won't be answered till the following day. But CougarBot is there for you 24/7. So you can ask questions regarding anything related to your academics, your campus social life, support services, and so much more. And it'll also allow you to remember deadlines, locate a resource on campus, and if you are lost, it will help you find where you are on campus. So it's there to assist you 24/7. So how do you go about CougarBot? You can text or you can visit our website by clicking Ask CougarBot. Okay, so those are some of the ways that we are communicating with you, and you can communicate with us as of now until you are matriculated into Cal State San Marcos. So let's get into what the intent to enroll is and how you can go about signing that up. So pretty much what the intent to enroll is, we at Cal State San Marcos have reached out to you to say you have been conditionally accepted into the university. So the intent to enroll is you saying, yes, I want to come to Cal State San Marcos. And you have to let us know you are coming by May 1st. Any deadline that we mentioned this evening is very, very important. So I want you all to make sure you have all of those deadlines available if you need to take pictures of the screens there. Also, this Zoom is being recorded, so you'll have access to that. But these deadlines are going to be very, very important. So we're going to talk about those as well a little later. For your intent to enroll, again, you're going to log into your My CSUSM. There's that word again, right? And you're going to do your accept or decline. When you log into your student portal, you're going to sign in with your username and your password. And when you apply to us, you should have already set this information up, and you should have access to your student portal as of now. So when you go in there, you're going to click on Student Center, right where this blue arrow is. That'll take you to the other screen that's going to say accept and decline. And of course, we hope that you're going to accept, but you can do accept or decline. Both those buttons are there for you. So when you do that accept or decline, it's going to open up like this second screen is, where it says under 4, where you decline or accept your admissions. And that is how you're going to do your intent to enroll. But it does cost, if you're going to do your intent to enroll, it's going to be $150 to sign up for your intent to enroll. But the great thing about that is when you submit your intent to enroll and pay your $150, it also goes to your, once you come to Cal State San Marcos, it'll go towards your tuition. So it's not money lost, because a lot of times when I'm out at the schools and I tell the students that they have to pay $150, I know prom time is around the corner and you all are thinking $150, what? But it will go towards your tuition. So definitely, if you're undecided as to, what schools you want to accept just now, I would say do that intent to enroll just to be on the safe side, so you don't miss those deadlines. Because again, deadlines are very important, and you have till May 1st to make that decision. After May 1st, we're going to make the decision for you, and we don't want to have to do that, because that means that we're going to decline your acceptance. Okay, so this, we just spoke about the intent to enroll. This also, we're going to be talking about your campus email. So when I spoke earlier in the beginning slides and told you about the personal email, we're going to go and I'll show you where you can see the setup for your Cal State San Marcos email. But this is your communication checklist. I'll also give you the QR code to get into all of these. So we're going to go over everything that's on this list this evening. Your campus email, financial aid and scholarship, student housing, your math and English placement, exam information, all of that. We're going to go over that several times just so you all have that information, okay? Okay, so now we are into your CSUSM emails. How do you find that, and when will that be available to you? It won't be available until April. So even if you did your intent to enroll, which is going to be the start of everything, doing that intent to enroll will kick everything off for you. Then you will get your Cal State San Marcos email, but that won't be available until April. So again, where's that located? In your My CSUSM. There's the word again, right? So log into your My CSUSM, go to your student portal, and over here under your contact information, where it says at csusm.edu, that username 001 is going to be set up just for you. Okay, and then that's going to be your unique email address with us. Once that is created, that is going to be the way we're going to send you any emails. That personal email that you originally sent us becomes secondary at that point. So you all will no longer receive emails there. You're going to receive them under your student account. Okay, that's 2 things you're going to be checking: your Cal State email, and you're going to be checking your My CSUSM student portal for any communications that come through. All right. And if you all have questions as I'm speaking, my colleagues are there. They're ready to answer them. So you could go ahead and put them in the chat and we can get them done. All right. Another thing at Cal State San Marcos, for all new students that are coming in, you have to sign up for what we call our dual multi-factor authentication. So our MFA, all that is just verifying your identity. So it helps our IITS team to keep down a lot of the spam that comes through, and then people trying to hack different systems. So everybody has to have this. It's not just a new student thing. It's a Cal State San Marcos thing. All the faculty, staff, students, everyone has to have this on their phone. So you all will be able to sign up for that. And down below, you will have the information right here for our IITS support team. If you want information on how to do that, you can go ahead and email them, and they can help assist you with that as well. Okay. So final official transcripts. Now, this is going to be very, very important, and I'm going to probably say it several times. Your final official transcripts have to be in on or before July 15th. That's on or before. If you mail it on the 14th, maybe even the 13th, more than likely we will not have it by the 15th. So if it's not here, that means that you've missed that deadline. So again, how we were just talking about how important deadlines are, that is a very important deadline, because if we don't receive your transcripts in time, unfortunately, we're going to have to cancel your admissions as well. We really don't want to do that, because if you're sending in your transcripts, that means you've done all the other stuff to come to Cal State San Marcos, and we know that you really want to come, and we don't want you to have to not be here based on a missed deadline. So please get those official transcripts into us before July 15th. And I'm going to give you this little tidbit, because every year it happens. I've heard the stories. I've seen the student tears. Students that don't get that information, that don't request their transcripts before they leave high school, it is so hard to get a transcript over the summer when all the admin is gone. It is very, very hard. So I'm just going to say, before you all walk across the stage, before you have that ceremony, make sure you put in that you want your transcript sent to Cal State San Marcos. And when you do that, it should be a little box on there that you can select that says, wait until your grades are posted. So you want to make sure you check that box, because if they send your transcripts and we don't have your senior grades, that's almost like your transcript not being here. So we want to make sure we get those grades on there. Most of the time after graduation, everybody's so excited, you know, family is in town because everybody want to see you graduate, parties happen, and then you forget to do your, to send your official transcript. So I'm just giving you that little tidbit to make sure you get those into us on time. All right. Your to-do list for financial aid, for cashiers, for admissions, for anyone who needs anything from you is going to be in your My CSUSM. So always continue to check your emails. Financial aid will send out notifications if things that they need, that they are requiring from you, they will send that email out. Also, they're going to send out an email that you are good to go, but that's not going to be sent until July for fall. So they will keep you up on what's going on at in financial aid. Also, if you want to check your financial aid, and we'll get into this a little bit later as well, I'll show you exactly in your My CSUSM where that is. So always go in there and check your to-do list. If you have a balance from cashiers, you can also set up your direct deposit through this. You can review your shopping sheet. All of that information will be in there for you. And financial aid will also let you know when they're going to disperse your money. That normally happens between 7 to 10 days before the semester is going to start. And then once that starts, then every Monday and Wednesday, then they'll disperse money after that. So if you have, you know, a personal checking account or savings account and you want that money to go there, definitely sign up for direct deposit, because it's only going to go two ways, either direct deposit or they're going to send a check in the mail, probably to your home address, whatever you signed up for. So that makes it longer for you to get your money. Okay, so make sure you sign up for your direct deposit. To log into and check your financial aid, you're gonna log into your My CSUSM. Then you're gonna go right over here to view your financial aid. Now, if you've done your FAFSA and you did your FAFSA earlier, you should have an award letter. That one thing Cal State San Marcos pride themselves on is getting those award letters out early. So if for some reason you don't have an award letter and you did your FAFSA way back when, then you need to contact one of us so we can see what's going on, or contact the financial aid office. And I'll get that information to all of the offices in a few for you all. Okay, so but this is how you're going to check it. You're going to log into your My CSUSM, click on View Financial Aid. Then it's going to open up to the school year for you all. It's going to be 2024. Then you're going to click there. At that point, it's going to look similar to this. So when you look up at this aid year, this is for the full year. So this person, for example, is getting $7,242. When you look down here, that's the same thing that's up here. All they've done is divide it in half. So they're going to give you half for fall and half for spring. And that's how your financial aid is done. So when you see anything with the word grant in it, it should automatically be accepted. But if it's not, definitely accept it. Free money. Anything with the word grant in it is going to have free money attached to it. The only things you will need to accept and do all that information for is loans. So be careful when you're taking those out. But you're going to go here, check out your financial aid, and then down here is where you're going to do the accept or decline awards. Okay, and then this is kind of what it's going to look like, and then submit it. Financial aid will get that, and then they can disperse your money. So you would need to have this done before that 7 to 10 days that they're going to disperse the money, because if it's not accepted, then they can't disperse anything. So you have to make sure you do your part as well. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about orientation. As I said earlier, nothing can happen until you all do your intent to enroll. So once you've done your intent to enroll, as of April 8th, orientation is going to open up. All right. You're going to log into your My CSUSM, into your student center, and you're going to see this page right here. So you're going to scroll down a little bit once you log into there, and it's going to have orientation sign up. Once you click on that, it's going to open up to a lot of different dates. So you can go ahead and choose an orientation. But this is another thing I'm going to just give you a tidbit on. Make sure you talk to your family as to what your plans are after you graduate, because sometimes your parents may have, some surprise vacation that they want to take you on, and you signed up for orientation during that same time. So make sure you have that conversation before you pick your orientation, because once you select it, then you're going to have to go back and to make changes, contact orientation's office and do all that. And you don't want to have to do that. So make sure you have that conversation before you select your orientation. Again, it opens up on April 8th. So if you go in, if you're sitting there right now and saying, hey, I've done my intent to enroll, but I don't see anything for orientation, you're not going to see anything until April 8th and after April 8th. So that's when it's going to open up for you. If you go in there early, it's going to have a message that says something similar to not eligible for orientation. That just means you went in there too early. You have to wait for April 8th. Okay. This is also the orientation email in case something happens where you may have to change your orientation. You want to get in contact with them. This is their phone number. So please write this information down. Like I said, take a photo of it, or just get this presentation just so you can have this stuff at hand. Okay. Now, when you do orientation, it is going to cost. It's a $95 fee to go to orientation. There are other ways of paying. If you're coming under, financial aid or some type of post 9/11 GI Bill, they can pay for your orientation. So it is $95. Any other family member that you want to go is going to be an additional $45. Now, let me just give you another tidbit, because I love giving out tidbits. If you decide to say, hey, I want my best friend to come with me to orientation just because she's my best friend or he's my best friend, and you want to pay the extra $45, I'm just going to tell you right now, when you get to orientation, they're going to split you all up. If your best friend is not accepted to Cal State San Marcos and did not reserve orientation the same time you've done it, they're going to split you up. So if you're trying to hang with them, that's not going to be possible, and you would have paid $45. If you want to bring mom or dad, it's probably a good idea because they have a whole different orientation for them too. But if you can just come, it's $95. All right. All right. So is Kane on here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So Kane is going to give you all a little information about the academic replacement?
No, preparation.
Preparation and replacement. Yeah. Go ahead, Kane.
Okay. So good evening. My name is Kang Weish. I'm the Assistant Director for Proficiency Services. So tonight I will be talking to you about the exciting areas of graduation, which is your English and math classes at Cal State San Marcos. So what I'm going to cover is very specific to Cal State San Marcos about your math and English classes. So when you apply to the CSU, you submitted if you took them, it's not mandatory, but if you did, we have received your SAT scores, ACT scores, your AP, IB scores. We also received your self-reported grades from high school, which includes your overall GPA and your math GPA. So using all these factors, we placed you in categories for English and in math. So tonight I'll just go over briefly about your categories and what classes you'll be taking in the fall or your freshman year at Cal State San Marcos. So if you come to Cal State San Marcos, these placement categories are the same as if you were to go to any other CSUs. Cal State San Marcos did not make these categories special just for us. This is across the state. So for students in category 1, these are our friends that took classes at the community college in English and in math, or they took, for instance, AP Lang or AP Lit their junior year and passed with a 3, 4, or 5. Our category 2 students, we call them ready. They're ready to enroll in English and math classes without any extra support. Our friends in categories 3 and 4, these are the students that need extra support. And it's recommended that they participate in a summer program on our campus. Now with categories 3 and 4 students, if you are placed in this category, I want to reiterate that this does not mean that you're not smart enough for Cal State San Marcos. This just means that your skills need additional help. You need additional help to improve your skills so that you could be successful in English and math classes. Some of us may not be that strong in writing because we are bilingual. You know, if I asked you to write a paper in Spanish or French, you know, you would be able to do it really well. Some of our friends that may be placed in categories 3 and 4 for math, maybe math is not our strong, you know, it's not a strength for us. And it also could be to COVID, you know, some of us learn better in the class and, you know, it was hard for us to study math while on Zoom. So categories 3 and 4 just means that we need to improve your skills so that you can be successful at CSUSM. Okay, so my friends in for math, category 1, that means you fulfilled a B4 graduation requirement. This just means that, you know, remember in high school, you have A through G requirements, right? In college, we have A1, A2, B1, B2, B3, B4. B4 is your math requirement. So if you say took college algebra at Miramar College and passed with a C or better, congratulations, you fulfilled your B4 math requirement. Some of you that may be in like computer science, just because you fulfilled your B4 graduation requirement it doesn't mean that you've completed all your math for your degree. It's just a starting point. So say like you took AP Calc and you scored 3, 4, or 5. Congratulations, you fulfilled the graduation requirement. But say if you're a math major, you need to go on to Calc 2 and beyond. Our category 2 friends, this means that you don't need any additional math classes for support, okay? So say I am a future teacher, right? And I'm gonna be a liberal studies major. I can go straight into Math 210, which is math for elementary school teachers, okay? Say I am a business major, right? Business at Cal State San Marcos is considered a STEM plus major. So I'm category 2, I'm a business major. I can go straight into Math 132, which is calculus, okay? Survey of calculus. Now, our friends in categories 3 and 4, the first math class you will take is Math 105 and Math 5. The 105, just think of it as your lecture, and then the Math 5 is your support class. So these two are combined together, and you go about 3 to 4 times a week. That is a supported college algebra class. So some of you might just only need to take Math 105 and 5, for instance, my history majors, right? That's the only math class you take, and you get to graduate. But for my friends in categories 3 and 4, and they are, say, kinesiology, movement science, this will just be the first class you take, and the next class you will take is pre-calculus, okay? Our English placement. So these are, it's gonna all depend on your categories again. Our category 1 friends, these are the students who took like a transferable English course at Mount San Jacinto, Palomar, Maricosta College, right? Or in their junior year, they took AP Lang or AP Lit and scored a 3, 4, or 5. I keep mentioning your junior year because your senior year, you're not going to take the AP exams until May, and I'm not going to get your AP scores until August. So that's why we're referring to your junior test scores. But once you take the test, just make sure you release and send your scores to Cal State San Marcos, okay? So category 1, you fulfilled your A2 graduation requirement. Category 2, friends, you're just going to take 1 semester of your writing class, okay? This is your freshman writing composition class. This is the smallest class you will ever take at Cal State San Marcos. It's 1 professor to 20 students, okay? And our categories 3 and 4 friends, what they're gonna do is they're gonna stretch your writing, okay? For the freshman year in this fall, you're going to do GEW 101A and then GEW 100. That's going to be your support class. You know, maybe you need help with grammar, structure, things like that. So think of GEW 101A as the lecture and then 100 as the lab, okay? And then in the spring, my category 3 and 4 friends, you'll go on to GEW 101B. Okay, so it's stretched out for you. Instead of taking this course in 16 weeks, you'll do it in 32 weeks, okay? So Early Start is that program for students who need extra support in the summer, okay? Some of these courses are only 3 weeks long, some of these courses are 6 weeks long, and some of these courses you will earn college credit towards your degree. So you'll be receiving an email, just make sure you to check your spam email as well. And then fee waivers are available for students. And my last piece is placement exams. We do have an English writing placement exam called the Directed Self-Placement, the DSP. We will send you an email to invite you to take this assessment. Now, if you're category 3 and 4 and you feel like we placed you in the wrong category, say that you had a rough junior year, so your GPA is messed up, right? You can take the Directed Self-Placement, and then if you score high enough, you only need to take your GEW 101B for 1 semester, okay? We also have a calculus readiness diagnostic test. This is only for majors that require calculus, okay? And this is very specific. So just be mindful if you switch from history to computer science and you do it outside of our window, you're not going to get this email, okay? But basically, students who take this exam will get either placed into our pre-calculus 125 or their 160, which is our calculus level course, okay? I will be at your high schools sometime either in April or May, depending if your school invites me to help you sign up for Early Start. If you're local, we can help you out with that. This is our email, Proficiency Services. You can connect with us. This 6060 number, there's about 4 to 5 of us on the phone that can answer. So if you don't get someone to answer right away, just continue to call us. And in the chat, I will give you my direct email and phone number. And if you have any questions, you can talk to me in the breakout room as well. We're going to break out after the end of this session, and then you can talk to me and ask me direct questions. But thank you so much.
Kane, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Again, she's going to stick around. If you all have any questions for her, definitely go to that breakout room. So let's get back to the other stuff. So we were talking about course enrollment, and I was going to tell you exactly how to go and do that. So before you go to orientation, you're going to have your courses set already. All right. And this is how you're going to do it. Before you can even do anything, what did I say earlier? That intent to enroll is going to open up the gates for everything. Correct? Okay. So now you have to do what's called your mandatory enrollment tutorial. This is going to help you figure out how to get into the classes to self-enroll yourself and which classes you even need to take. So what that's going to look like is when you log into your My CSUSM, you're going to see the courses that your academic advisor says based on your major you should be taking for the first semester and for the second semester. So it is your job to go in there during your enrollment time, and we'll talk about that in just a minute, to go in there and put that coursework in so you can put your schedule together. So this is your time to put what courses you want where. For instance, if you're a student that, let's say, works on Tuesdays and Thursdays and you don't want any courses on Tuesdays and Thursdays, well, when you get in there, you're going to see the list of what you're supposed to be taking. All you have to do is sign up for those. Just don't sign up for them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that will open it up for you, open that free time up for you. So it's definitely there for you. We are here for you if you need some assistance with that. It won't be available until June 5th for you to do that enrollment tutorial. Okay. Highly, highly recommend that you do it early so you can get a better understanding of what courses you need to take and how to put yourself in that. You also want to download your Microsoft Teams. This is going to be helpful for when you're connecting with any of us or your academic advising. You can have that one-on-one with them. When you do this enrollment tutorial, you have to sign that you have completed this. So we'll know that you went in there and you did all that you needed to do. Again, it won't be available until June 5th. Okay, so on June 21st, providing you did your intent to enroll and you signed up for orientation, you're going to get your deadline, or your enrollment date, I should say, to sign up for those courses. It's going to be specific enrollment dates. So for instance, if June 21st at 10 o'clock is the time where you're going to get that enrollment date, that is the time you go in and self-enroll yourself into those courses, okay? If your date isn't until June 22nd at 1 o'clock, you have to wait till 1 o'clock to get in there on June 22nd. Okay, that's just how that happens. Make sure you get in there during that time so that classes won't fill up and you can have the courses that you want for your schedule. Okay, again, this is a time for you to plan your own schedule. So it's a lot different from high school where they just kind of put you in those courses. Okay. All right, so your academic advisor has several different ways where you can contact them. So you're going to do that that self-enrollment, but then there's also a way to enroll the Cougar Way workshop, which is optional, but everything that we have on here is important. So I would suggest that you all do that. Don't wait to enroll into your classes. When that date comes for you to enroll, do that. Okay, and make sure you have signed up for your orientation. And there are different ways that you can get a hold of your academic advising. For instance, if you want like a virtual one-on-one, then that's when I was saying in that last slide to download that Microsoft Teams. That way you can have that one-on-one with your academic advisor. You can schedule an appointment, and I'll give you this information on how to do that in just a second. But you can drop in. They have drop-in advising times, normally in 15 minutes increments. Also, you can email your advisor. There's so many different ways to get in contact with your advisor. Again, Cal State San Marcos is a whole team. So if your advisors aren't available, we can assist you to a certain degree, but everything has to kind of go through your advisor when it comes to your classes, with that being said. So this is a way that you can make an appointment with your academic advising. All right, if you want to take a picture of the QR code or jot down the email address, the web address, please do that. Okay. And again, this presentation is recorded, so you will have access to all of this. Here are some specialized programs that we have here at Cal State San Marcos. They're not all of the specialized programs, but just some that's listed. If you are affiliated with any of these, sometimes, and they all have their own specific criteria of what they are going to provide for you, but you can also get like first dibs and add in, and picking your classes, so you can get that priority registration for classes. Sometimes you can go in there and get free printing. So like if you're a part of our A Scholars, which has to do with our foster youth or camp, EOP, all of these specialized programs are there for you. And if you are part of them, definitely go and talk to the people in there so that you can kind of feel your way around and understand what those programs have for you, okay? And ask them, what are they providing for you? Okay, that is your right as a student to ask those type of questions. If you're not affiliated with any of those type things, we have a lot of different other campus resources for all of our students. So we've already talked about the academic advising. There's also Academic Success Center, our DSS Center. That's for students who may be coming in with an IEP or some type of special need. So if that is you, definitely do that. You get priority with being under disabled student services as well. Kane was just talking about being college ready for math and for English and writing. We have a writing center as well. That's there to help you. Learning and tutoring services. All of these services are there. And once you pay your tuition and your fees, they are all there for you. So a lot of students don't take advantage of them. I'm telling you that's my tidbit for this screen right here, is to say, use the services. They are there for you. Our Career Center, most students come in and think the Career Center is for juniors and seniors, students who are about to graduate. No, it's there for everybody. They do help you with your resumes and your cover letters and things like that. So when you are about to graduate, you can have that, but they help with so much other things too. And the one thing I like about them, and I'm just going to point this out, is our Cougar Career Closet. So what that is if students come in and they get like an internship, or you have a job interview, but you don't have a professional outfit to wear, you can come in and pick a professional outfit out of our career closet. It is yours to keep. They are not used clothes. They are donated from different department stores, and they are really nice things. They are there for our students. They say you can go at least one every semester and pick something out. So if you're coming in as a freshman, I'd say go every semester. You'll have a whole professional wardrobe by the time you even graduate, right? So take advantage of the things that are here. And our student life and leadership, they have so much fun over there. We have over 140 different student organizations that are going on. If you're interested in Greek life, we have fraternity and sorority. Any of our community centers that we have available are for all students. So even if you're not affiliated with them, you can go in any of our community centers and just enjoy and learn and try to, just get to know everybody in those different areas. It's all for you because you are a student here. Okay. So just know that anything on campus, you've pretty much paid for that. So all of, we have this world that has gone technology now, and so has Cal State San Marcos. So this is our app, and our app is really going to make your life easy. We have the essential things on this app. So for instance, let's say you're taking an online class and you have to do it via Zoom. If you have this app, you can get to it so much easier. I have the app, and when I'm Zooming some of my coworkers for meetings, I can Zoom in my car. If I have to pull over or if I'm at lunch or something like that, wherever you are, you can Zoom. This app helps you with your Cougar emails. There's the My CSUSM. You can get in there very quickly. Also, the great thing about when you are a matriculated student into Cal State San Marcos, the Office 365, all of that free Microsoft, it is free for all of our students. So you don't have to pay for any of that Word, Excel, PowerPoint, any of that stuff. It is for you to use. And you don't even have to wait to get here as a student to download this app. Now, some of the things on here you may not be able to access because you're not matriculated, but you can definitely download that app. This is the tidbit for this one. If you are a coffee or tea drinker and you just want to know if Starbucks line is long, you can look at your app and see who's in line to see if the line is so long. So you just have to wait to get your coffee after class because you kind of wanted to go before class. So that is like my special thing for this app. Make sure you all download the app. And we're going to have Housing come in and tell you a little bit about that.
All right, thank you, Rosa. Hi, everyone. My name is Koya Liu, and I am the Associate Director for Operations here at Cal State San Marcos Housing. Welcome, everybody, and we are going to share a little bit of information on housing. So first off, we're going to talk about the benefits of living on campus. So studies have shown that students who live on campus have higher GPAs. It also leads to increased retention and graduation rates. So we want this to be your home away from home and your ability to connect and engage with the university. So as a result of that engagement, we also see that our students have increased satisfaction and growth as students. So you're not just learning in the classroom, but you're also going to be learning outside of the classroom, meeting people, developing lifelong relationships with friends, getting involved in different community events. So it's definitely a great way. Other things that we want to highlight here, when you live off campus or if you're renting a house, you would typically need to pay for utilities, cable, internet, perhaps even laundry separately. But one of the great things about housing is that this is all inclusive. So it includes utilities, your cable, your internet. We also have common areas such as a pool, laundry, and fitness room in some of our buildings as well. And then, of course, last but not least, we are conveniently located on campus. So there is no commute to your classes. You can easily access our new dining hall that just opened this fall. It's called Campus Way Cafe. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback from students who have attended there. So you are just minutes away from everything, including nearby grocery store as well as restaurants. Each student is also responsible for their own costs. So if you were on a lease off campus and if somebody were to leave, you would still be responsible for filling that spot. Here in housing, you are only responsible for your piece. So you do not have to worry if anybody were to leave mid-year. That would be us who would fill that space for you unless you had somebody in mind. And then if you need to relocate during the year due to perhaps your second choice was what you ended up with for housing and then your first choice opened up, you could relocate for that reason, or if you are having any roommate issues or anything like that, then it is possible to relocate as well. So let's talk about residential education and the live-on experience. So we have some amazing live-on staff who are here to support our students. So I'm going to start first on the left-hand side with the resident directors. So these are our full-time professional staff members. They provide crisis response as well as guiding and supervising the resident advisors and residential peer mentors. So they are definitely the leaders who help with community engagement, and they also live on within the residence halls, which is great. Resident advisors. So these are student staff members who live in as well. They provide leadership and guidance to a wing or floor of residents that they are in charge of. They are also providing programmatic support as well, which we'll talk about in a second. And then we have RPMs or residential peer mentors. So these are folks who are going to be focusing more on the academic success and academic side for student engagement. They also plan programs as well. So programs and support can look like this is what it can look like. So we have academic as well as social-based programs. We also are focused on holistic wellness for our students, as well as providing leadership and professional development as well. So, you know, we are definitely open to hearing about what our students want to see in the halls. So as you get acclimated to your residential community, and if there are ideas that you have or things that you might want to see, it's definitely a great way to have your voice heard and get involved in your community as well. We also have themed housing. So all three of our properties offer designated themed housing bed space that meets the needs of these three communities. So we have substance-free for those who might lead a substance-free lifestyle. We have a community for LGBTQ plus students and allies. And then we also have a gender inclusive option for folks as well. Last but not least, we have our living learning community, which is called the San Marcos Experience. So this is a community that's designed to help ease the transition into college by placing students into a cohort with other first-year students. So this is available in North Commons, which is our all first-year residence hall. So there, they promote leadership and development as well as civic engagement and different program opportunities. And we have also seen that students who are involved in this program have been proven to have higher GPAs and graduation rates, as well as becoming leaders across campus in different positions. So if that's something that might interest you, you definitely want to take a look as well.
Thank you so much. And again, housing will be sticking around as well. So if you all have any questions, then definitely join the breakout room and they can answer any questions that you have. So let's just recap some of the things. Oops, I'm sorry, housing. You're still going to do your...
Yep. So we have a quick few snapshots of our 3 different properties here, as well as of our amazing housing staff. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at housing@csusm.edu. You can also visit our website at csusm.edu/housing. And then another great way to engage with us or be kept up to date for all of our developments or announcements that we might have is to follow us on social media. So we have at CSUSM Housing on Facebook and Instagram. And as Rosa said, we will be sticking around as well for our breakout session if folks have any questions as well. So looking forward to it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. So let's just recap a little bit about what we've already talked about this evening, which is your intent to enroll. That's going to get the ball rolling for everything else that's going to fall under that. Everyone must do the dual communication setup. Your immunization records are required. So when you get that email that says your registration date is June 21st at 9 o'clock, and you go there on June 21st at 9 o'clock and you can't register, first thing you're going to do is probably give us a call. I would say check and make sure you have everything we need, because a lot of students miss getting in their immunization records. Please get that in, or it will put a hold on you and you will not be able to register for your classes. Okay. Sign up for orientation is number 4. That enrollment tutorial, very, very helpful. The Enroll the Cougar Way workshop is helpful as well. And then attending orientation. So make sure you all do that. I'll give you the information on how to get back to all of that in just a few. And earlier when I was saying how important dates are, these are very, very important dates. I would take a snapshot if I was you, or definitely go back and look at this information, because technically if you miss any of these dates, it's probably not going to be a great outcome for you. And we definitely don't want that here at Cal State San Marcos. We want to get you in and get you out with a degree. Okay, so let's start with the April 8th. April 8th, we're having a Cougar Blue Day. That is a celebration for you all, for all the newly admitted students and their families. So if you have little siblings at home, bring them, bring mom, dad. If grandma's here visiting you all, bring her too. Everybody is invited. We're going to have a great time during that time. You're going to meet so many people and hopefully connect with long life friends that, you know, normally when you go to college, most of those people that you bond with are going to be your long life friends. So definitely you're going to meet some of them. You're going to be able to see different demonstrations going on depending on what your major is. You're going to be able to talk to different sororities and fraternities if that's what you want to do. Everything is going to be available for you. Cougar Day is for you and about you. And that's what we want to show you. Okay. It is free. So definitely go online and just register for that. All right. May 1st, we've talked about that intent to enroll. That has to be done before or on May 1st. Okay. And that 150 is non-refundable. All right. Just so you all know that. Orientation, that opens up on April 8th. So between June and August, all of orientation should pretty much be over. You would definitely have gone through your orientation. June 5th is the enrollment tutorial. That's going to open up and you'll be able to enroll the Cougar Way as well. The 21st and the 22nd of June is when you're going to enroll in those courses. but you won't be able to enroll in the courses unless you do that enrollment tutorial. So you have to do that first. Then you're going to get that date for you to enroll, that date and a time. So like I was saying earlier, between June and August, you would have attended orientation. And again, final official transcripts, July 15th, July 15th, July 15th. That's all I'm going to say. And let's just take this in for a moment. August 28th is the date you will be sitting in your first college class as a freshman. That's like surreal. So I'm just going to congratulate you all now. So on April 28th. So this is one of our QR codes that will get you back to your checklist. So all of what we just went over, all of what that's in our presentation this evening, you will be able to look at those to-do slides. So if you want to go on this QR code and just have that available, that I would suggest that you do that. If you want to reach out to someone in our recruitment and outreach, which is the office that I'm in, the number and the email address and web address is right there. Please reach out to us. We are here for you. If you need to reach out to other departments, we have them available for you as well. Here's academic advising. A lot of students have a lot of housing, financial aid, and academic advising questions. So those are really big ones, but they have admissions as well, new student sign up, and registrars on here as well. So take a snapshot of this as well. So you all have all of that information right at your fingertips. All right. Our job is to empower you to have that information. And this is when we were talking about how we want to celebrate you. This is our Cougar Blue Day flyer. And on April 8th, from 9 to 2, we're having a party for you. So we are inviting you to that party. And this is the last slide. I'm going to say thank you for showing up this evening. If you have any questions, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and you can unmute yourself and ask, or if you're kind of the shy person, then you can go ahead and put it in the chat. Okay, thank you so much for having me this evening.